Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Okay, tonight we're going to start by being honest with one another. The real reason y'all came out tonight wasn't to hear me give a speech on anything. The real reason y'all came out was because of the delicious food and the great company that I provide. None of my speeches that I've done up to this point have been possible without the use of charcoal. Today, we're going to open up the great debate of charcoal versus gas. When you think about buying a grill, the things that you need to look at and why charcoal is far superior to gas is number one, the cost of the grill itself. Number two, the rituals behind cooking with charcoal or cooking with gas. And most importantly, the flavor that comes after you get done cooking. To start off, if you want to grill anything, first you have to buy a grill. For the most part, you only have two choices. With charcoal grills, you can go pick up a cheap grill starting at about $25. If you want a more basic model, you can spend around $100. And for a deluxe model, you could spend around $600. And any of those grills will last you for years and years. Now, when it comes to gas, the popular priced models run roughly $130 to $300. And if you want the upscale, the better models, you would look anywhere from $800 to $1,500 and even upwards of that. And with those, with a new feature or a safety recall, those can be outdated at any point in time. And that's according to Chowhound.com, gas versus charcoal, summer's most important decision. Now, if you're a person, then you like steak. And if you like steak, then you know it has to be properly cooked. To properly cook a steak, you have to sear it all the way through from end to end at approximately 900 degrees. Now, charcoal grills are capable of searing multiple steaks at roughly 900 degrees, several steaks at one time. For the gas grills, however, the popularly priced models, they only reach a max temperature of about 500 degrees. Now, it's true you can buy special equipment, and this special equipment will help you get the temperature up to 900 degrees, but they're only capable of cooking 1 to 2 steaks at a time. The difference in prices, another thing with the difference in prices is that with the gas grills, they're a lot more complicated to put together because they have a lot more accessories and features. With so the setup becomes more complicated. Assembling a gas grill could take anywhere up to 2 hours to put together, whereas a charcoal grill you can put together and be ready to use in 30 minutes or less. After you get done assembling, then it's time to cook. And the ritual of cooking is a big part of the fun. So for gas grills, it's as simple as you turn on the gas, you push the ignite, you set the temperature, you cook the meat, you turn it off, you're done. It's simple, it's boring. With charcoal, there's an art to everything. How to place the coals, depending on how you choose which cooking technique you choose to use. Even how to light the coals. Some people prefer using a lighter fluid. Some people prefer using a charcoal chimney with paper underneath. You also, if you choose to use wood or not to smoke the meat, you have to choose on whether you're going to use chunks or chips. And also, you have to think about whether or not you're going to soak the chips or just cook them dry. And let's not forget the cooking with charcoal, to master the temperature, takes lots of practice and skill. So if you don't enjoy the ritual of grilling, then you really don't even belong grilling anything anyway. And another thing that takes the fun out of grilling with gas is all the safety concerns because you're working with a highly explosive gas. The ESPN host Hannah Storm was severely burned, had severe burn injuries due to igniting her gas grill. Unbeknownst to her, the flame blew out due to the wind, and the gas continued to course through the jets and pooled in the lower chambers where the air is heavier. And once she hit the spark button, it exploded in her face. Wind-blown flameouts happen on some grills, and they're hard to predict which grills are actually susceptible to the blowouts. And that's according to AmazingRibs.com, charcoal grill versus gas grill throwdown. Let's settle this once and for all. Now, whereas half the battle is the ritual of cooking, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of it now, which is the flavor. The entire reason you're grilling to begin with. Now, my final point that I'm going to make is by far the most important. It's flavor. The real difference in the flavor comes from the smoke. Now, charcoal grills were literally made for smoking meat. From the low-end models to the high-end models, you can get a good smoke that will stay with and flavor the meat every time through. With gas grills, smoking doesn't come as natural to it. Some higher-end models have smoke boxes that you can attach to the grill that are specifically for wood chips, but most need foil packets or pans of wood down under the cooking grate near the flame. And that's according to Cooking with Charcoal versus Gas, the definitive answer from the Huffington Post. Charcoal is far superior to gas in the flavor department. And that starts with the design of the grill. Gas grills do not seal very well by design, and that's intended for safety measures, as we've discussed before. Gas burners spit out gas, whether they're burning fuel or not. And if a gas grill were to properly seal in all that, and all the oxygen is used up, then the flames can go out, and the gas would still keep pumping, and the fuel is still highly combustible. And one tiny spark could cause a big boom. With charcoal grills, even the cheapest models seal very well. And once you learn how to set the vents right, not only will you have a good seal on the smoke, but you will also have good airflow to keep the smoke circulating around the meat, ensuring the savory, smoky flavor. Now, in conclusion, for the cost-conscious person, charcoal grills is an obvious choice. And for anybody that's looking to become a true grill master, they must master the rituals at the altar of the charcoal pit to become a true grill master. And lastly, what's the point of grilling anything if it's not all about the flavor? That would be like working a hard day and your boss giving you your paycheck and you handing it back and saying, "No thanks, I'd rather just have a pat on the back." This concludes my speech. Thank you for your time.